Fidel, with the Cuban Revolution, brought our country to the highest level of social justice, with education and health services at top ranks, with the empowerment of women, with a priority approach to the rights of childhood. We know that in the world there are currently more than 200 million children sleeping on the streets. None of them are Cubans. Millions in the world lack of health care and education, lack of social security, lack of pensions. None of them is Cuban.
And I'm glad that Fidel Castro lived to see the unjust, criminal, immoral isolation of Cuba, the sanctions against Cuba that were imposed by the United States after their own Bay of Pigs invasion failed. And these sanctions, they hoped, would bring Cuba to its knees. It made Cuba stronger because it forced Cuba to go out and seek the solidarity of others.
Fidel, as with so much else, was there first. Soon, Fidel had moved to extending the hand of friendship to the burgeoning civil rights movement in the United States, and then, all importantly, to Africa.
In 14 years of war, over 300,000 Cubans, doctors, teachers, and engineers, as well as soldiers, played an important role in Angola. More than 2,000 lost their lives. In 1988, Fidel sent in more Cuban troops for the decisive battle at Quito, Guanahara, and directed operations from Cuba. The defeat of the South African army drove a large nail into the coffin of apartheid and helped advance the struggle of the South African people.
What Fidel and Cuba has done for the Angolans is something that has got no price to pay. You cannot pay that. We are so thankful. And in 1988, when we had the Batalha Quito Carnaval, which changed the whole landscape of Southern Africa, because that was a very decisive battle, Cuban Fidel sent more troops to Angola, the best pilots, engineers, even fight jets.
From its earliest days, the Cuban Revolution has itself been a source of inspiration to all freedom-loving people. The words of Nelson Mandela when he shared a platform with Fidel Castro on the 26th of July 1991 in Matanzas, Cuba. And Mandela went on to say, "What other country can point to a record of greater selflessness than Cuba has displayed in its relations with Africa? How many countries of the world benefit from Cuban health workers or educationalists? How many of these are in Africa? Where is the country that has sought Cuban help and has had it refused? How many countries under threat from imperialism or struggling for national liberation have been able to count on Cuban support?"
Fidel is dead, but his life remains with us as a lesson, one which we will continue learning from, because a better world is possible. We shall overcome. Venceremos. Viva Tupac Amaru. Viva Bolívar. Viva Martí. Viva Sandino. Viva Alfaro. Viva el Che. Viva Chávez. Viva Fidel.
Wherever a child is without a school, there will be a Cuban educator. Wherever there is a child without medical attention, there will be a Cuban doctor. Internationalism, as defined by Fidel, is to pay off our debt with humanity. We will feel deeply any injustice in the world, and we will struggle without tiredness for peace.